Hello and welcome back class 8 students. Today we are going to start chapter 13 from your science book, which is some natural phenomenon. Chapter at a glance. Electric charge, atmospheric electricity, harmful effects of lightning, the lightning conductor, tsunami, charged and uncharged objects, lightning, precautions to be taken during lightning, earthquakes. Engage. Can you identify the natural phenomena in the given pictures? तो इन पिक्चर्स में जो नेचुरल फिनोमेना आपको दिख रहा है, आपको उसके नेम यहाँ पर लिखने हैं. A natural phenomenon is an event that occurs naturally and is not in control of humans, but it affects humans in some way. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions are some examples of the natural phenomenon. Some of them are beneficial to us, but some are destructive in nature and can bring about great disasters and cause considerable damage to life and property. तो कुछ ऐसे फिनोमेना होते हैं जो नेचर में ऑटोमेटिकली होते हैं. ये वाली चीजें हमारे हाथ में नहीं होती और ये कभी कभी डिस्ट्रक्टिव भी होते हैं. तो इनके बारे में हम इस चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे. लेट्स फर्स्ट स्टार्ट विद electric charge. The word electricity comes from the Greek word electron, means ember. About 2500 years ago, a Greek philosopher Thales found that when a piece of ember is rubbed with fur, it attracts small pieces of leaves, cork, paper or straw. William Gilbert carried out experiments and coined the word electricity. He also gave the proof that the nature of attraction shown by ember when it was rubbed was not magnetic. Charged and uncharged objects. The body which possesses electric charge on it is called charged object. The body which does not possess any charge on it is called uncharged object. तो दो तरीके की ऑब्जेक्ट होते हैं, एक चार्ज, ऐसे कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट जिनके ऊपर चार्ज हो, और अनचार्ज ऑब्जेक्ट, ऐसे दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट जिनके ऊपर चार्ज ना हो. You must have observed the effects of electricity in the sky in a cloudy weather. You could have heard the furious sounds of thunder and seen lightning. The lightning is simply the effect of huge electric charges building up on some clouds. Not much was known about the lightning and thunder till the 18th century. After the experiment conducted by Benjamin Franklin, it was proved that atmosphere contains a large amount of electricity. तो बेंजामिन फ्रैंकलिन जो एक साइंटिस्ट थे, अमेरिकन साइंटिस्ट थे, उनके एक्सपेरिमेंट के बाद पता चला कि एटमॉस्फेयर में भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी होती है, एटमॉस्फेयर में भी इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज होता है. Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, did the famous kite experiment. He used a silk kite for his experiment. At the other end of the kite, near his hand, he attached a small metallic key to the thread. When he flew the kite into the clouds, lightning struck. The key in turn became hot. The key also got electrically charged. In this picture, you can see Benjamin Franklin's kite experiment. Therefore, he concluded that the thunder clouds are electrically charged. Atmospheric electricity. There is a friction produced between the wind and the clouds in the monsoon season. As a result, the clouds get electrically charged. Whenever two clouds with opposite kinds of electricity approach each other, there occur a flow of very large amount of charge in a very short time. This flow of charge is known as an electric discharge. In this picture, we can see passage of electricity between two oppositely charged clouds, lightning. Lightning. Lightning is thus a flow of large amount of electric charge from one cloud to another. This massive flow of electric charge between two oppositely charged clouds is seen as a lightning flash. Whenever a lightning discharge occurs, the air becomes very hot. As a result, it expands and subsequently contracts. This rapid expansion and subsequent contraction of the air causes a thundering sound. Harmful effects of lightning. When the charged clouds pass over the trees, buildings, etc., they carry opposite charges on them. Sometimes the charges get built up on such a high value that the surrounding air cannot prevent them from coming closer to each other. In this picture, we can see lightning between charged cloud and tall buildings. तो lightning हमारे लिए harmful भी होती है, क्योंकि कभी-कभी जब भी charged clouds जो होते हैं वो buildings, tall buildings या tall trees के ऊपर से pass on हो रहे होते हैं, तो वो जो charge है वो transfer हो जाता है और जिसकी वजह से severe damages भी हो सकते हैं. Thus, there occurs a large flow of charge between the cloud and some objects on the earth. When this happens, we say that lightning has struck that object. The lightning then passes from the cloud to the earth through the tall buildings or trees. The higher building or tree, lesser is the distance between it and the cloud. It therefore becomes easier for the cloud to induce charge on it. When the charge gets induced, it is easier for an electric discharge to take place between the two. The high building and trees are more prone to lightning attacks. Lightning produces devastating effects like burning trees, collapsing buildings, setting fire to combustible articles on fire, etc. All this is due to the intense heat produced by the flow of a huge amount of electric charge between the cloud and the object. Lightning also kills human beings and animals as the electric current passes through their bodies. Here in this picture, we can see protection of buildings against lightning by earthing. Precautions to be taken during lightning. As there are a lot of dangers associated with lightning, we must be careful on cloudy days. When lightning is seen in the sky, we should take the following precautions. We should avoid standing under buildings or tall trees. We should avoid holding or touching metallic objects like TV antenna, etc. We should stand in the open away from the shade of trees, buildings, etc. Do not use an umbrella during lightning. The tall buildings must have a lightning conductor, a device which protects them from the harmful effects of lightning. The lightning conductor. It is a device consisting of a long copper rod with sharp point projecting above the top of the building. The lower end of the rod is connected to the copper plate buried deep into the ground. Whenever a charged cloud passes over the building, an opposite charge is induced on the topmost sharp end of the rod. This charge then passes to the earth through the copper rod. Thus, the lightning spark is prevented and the building is saved from the damage. It is very important to ensure a very good contact between the earth and the conductors. Here you can see a picture of a lightning conductor. Otherwise, both the lightning conductor and the structure to be protected may get damaged by the lightning. Hence, it is necessary to install a lightning conductor on very high-rise buildings. Also, it is necessary to earth lightning conductor properly because the earth provides an easy path for the large amount of charge to pass onto the earth. As there is no flow of charge through the building, it is not damaged even if the lightning strikes it. Earthquakes. An earthquake is a sudden shaking or trembling in the crust and upper layer of the mantle, together called lithosphere of the earth. This shaking and trembling causes the movement of a series of shock waves on the earth's surface. It is destructive natural phenomena. It may lead to destruction of life and property. To understand what an earthquake is, let us first study the internal structure of the earth. तो जो earthquake होता है उसमें earth shake करती है. जो earthquake होते हैं वो destructive होते हैं जिसमें loss of life भी हो सकता है. तो earthquake कैसे होते हैं उसको समझने के लिए let's first see the structure of the earth. Earth is nearly spherical in shape. The surface of the earth is not smooth. There are mountains, valleys, plains, rivers, lakes, oceans, thick forests, deserts, and variety of structures on the surface of the earth. It is believed that the primitive earth melted within 800 million years of its formation. The molten mass of the earth then began to reorganize itself under the influence of gravity. Here in this picture, we can see the inner inside of the earth, in which first layer is ocean crust, continental crust, then asthenosphere, then upper mantle, lower mantle, and then outer core, and the last part which is deep inside the earth, which is inner core. Core is the center of the earth. The different types of layers of the earth are. Now let's understand अर्थ की जो different types हैं, जो अर्थ की अलग अलग layers हैं, उनको थोड़ा deep में समझते हैं. First, the crust. The crust is a thin outer covering of the earth. The earth's crust is thinner at the ocean floor than at the continents. It is about 6 to 11 km at the ocean floor and about 30 to 70 km under the continents. The layer beneath the earth's crust is called the mantle. तो जो फर्स्ट लेयर होती है अर्थ की वो होती है क्रस्ट, जो कि कॉन्टिनेंट्स पे थोड़ी ज्यादा मोटी होती है और ओशियन में पतली होती है. द लेयर beneath द अर्थ क्रस्ट और उसके जो नीचे सेकेंड लेयर होती है वो मेंटल होती है. इट इज अबाउट 2900 किलोमीटर थिक. It is very hot here and consists of semi-solid rock, iron, magnesium and calcium. Next, outer core. The outer core is about 2300 km thick. It is believed to contain iron and nickel in a molten state. There is also some sulfur present here. And the last part, which is exactly the center of the earth, is inner core. The inner core is about 1200 km thick. It is a solid ball and is believed to be almost entirely composed of iron. Earthquake से related जो भी terms होते हैं, let's understand them. Terms related to earthquake. Earthquake. An earthquake is a series of vibrations on the Earth's surface caused by seismic waves due to the sudden faults in the plate boundaries as a result of built-up energy. Seismic focus. The point from where the shock waves of an earthquake originate due to sudden movement, slip of rocks is termed as seismic focus. The seismic focus is also called seismic origin or hypocenter. तो हाइपोसेंटर या सीस्मिक फोकस वो जगह होती है जहां पर से शुरुआत हो रही होती है अर्थक्वेक की, जहां पर कुछ ऐसी चीज हुई होती है जिसकी वजह से अर्थक्वेक आता है. Epicenter. The epicenter is the place on the surface of the earth directly above the focus. The intensity of the earthquake is greatest at the epicenter. तो एपिसेंटर वो जगह होती है जो फोकस के सबसे ऊपर होता है और यहाँ पर अर्थक्वेक की फ्रीक्वेंसी सबसे ज्यादा होती है. Seismic waves. The waves generated in the lithosphere due to the sudden shifting of crustal rocks are called shock waves or seismic waves. Seismograph. The instrument which detects and then records the intensity of seismic waves generated by an earthquake is called seismograph. तो ऐसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट जिससे अर्थक्वेक की जो इंटेंसिटी है वो नापी जाती है उसे सीस्मोग्राफ कहते हैं. रिक्टर स्केल. रिक्टर स्केल इज यूज्ड टू डिस्क्राइब द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ एन अर्थक्वेक. अर्थक्वेक कितने मैग्नीट्यूड का है ये जानने के लिए रिक्टर स्केल का यूज किया जाता है. सीस्मिक जोन. Coastal towns located near fault lines are especially prone to earthquakes. They are called seismic or fault zones. In India, the most vulnerable zones lie in Kashmir, Western and Central Himalayas, northeast run of Kutch, Rajasthan, the Indo-Gangetic Plain, and also some areas in South India. Causes of earthquake. Earthquake क्यों होता है? The main causes of earthquakes are volcanic eruptions, man-made explosions, dislocations or faults of the crust and movements of tectonic plates. तो जो अर्थक्वेक के कुछ मेन कारण होते हैं वो होते हैं वॉल्केनिक इरप्शन की वजह से या फिर मैन की वजह से कोई एक्सप्लोजन हुआ हो या फिर टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स का मूवमेंट हो रहा हो. Here we will discuss the two main causes of earthquake, dislocation of the crust and the movements of tectonic plates. Dislocation of the crust. जब क्रस्ट का डिसलोकेशन होता है, जब क्रस्ट इधर से उधर मूव करती है. Most destructive earthquakes are caused by the dislocation of the crust called faults. The crust may first bend and then break and settle to a new position. During the process of breaking, vibrations are produced. These vibrations are called seismic waves. These seismic waves travel outward along the surface through the earth at varying speeds. These seismic waves cause tremors in the earth. Movements of the tectonic plates. Tectonic plates के movement की वजह से it is believed that lithosphere of the earth is not one solid shell surrounding the mantle, but is broken into a number of plates, which float over the molten magma in the mantle. At the margin of these plates, there is a considerable geological activity, such as spreading of floor, volcanic eruptions, mountain building, and continental drift. तो जो टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स है वो प्लेट्स होती हैं. ऐसा माना जाता है कि जो अर्थ है वो एक सिंगल सॉलिड नहीं है बल्कि अलग अलग प्लेट्स में बटा हुआ है और ये प्लेट्स मॉल्टन मैग्मा के ऊपर तैर रही हैं और इन प्लेट्स के मार्जिन पर बहुत सारे जियोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटीज होते रहते हैं, जैसे कि सी फ्लोर और ज्यादा बढ़ता है, वॉल्केनिक इरप्शन होते हैं या फिर माउंटेन्स भी बनते हैं. तो ऐसी जगह पर अर्थक्वेक्स आने के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं. When these plates brush part one another or such as when one plate goes under another plate, then they cause disturbance in the earth's crust. It is this disturbance which manifests itself in the form of an earthquake. Measuring earthquakes. Earthquakes are recorded by instruments called seismographs. The recording they make is called a seismogram. A seismograph detects the vibrations caused by an earthquake. It plots these vibrations on a seismograph. The lines produced by the seismograph indicate the strength or magnitude of the earthquake. The strength or magnitude of an earthquake is measured using the Richter scale. The magnitude on Richter scale is numbered 0 to 10. An earthquake measuring just 1 or 2 on the Richter scale is very common in places like San Francisco. These earthquakes are so small that people cannot feel them. They can only be detected by a seismograph. Earthquake measuring around 7 or 8 on the Richter scale are highly devastating. A seismograph consists of a pendulum the lower end of which is connected to a pen. When the tremor strikes, the pendulum starts vibrating and the graph pattern is obtained on the sheet placed on the rotating drum. The intensity of an earthquake is maximum at the places which are located on the boundaries of two plates. These weak zones are known as seismic zones or fault zones. These fault zones are confined within the earth crust. Damaging effects of earthquake. तो earthquake की वजह से कौन कौन से damaging effects होते हैं? The destructive or damaging effect of an earthquake depends upon the given factors. Magnitude of the earthquake, local geological conditions, distance from the epicenter and density of constructions and population in the affected areas. Earthquakes may cause damage to the buildings, railway tracks, bridges, roads, etc. As a result, people may get trapped inside the collapsed structures and many may die. Safety measures against earthquake. Earthquake जब आए तो क्या क्या safety measures अपनाने चाहिए? Earthquakes occur suddenly and are very destructive. It is nearly impossible to predict the occurrence of an earthquake. In case of an earthquake, one should take the following steps. If indoors, take shelter under a strong desk or a strong table till the shaking stops. Protect yourself from falling objects. Cover your head with a pillow. Avoid taking cover near windows, large mirrors, hanging objects, heavy furniture, heavy appliances or fireplaces. If you are cooking, turn off the stove and take cover. If outdoors, move to an open area where falling objects are unlikely to strike. Move away from buildings, power lines, signboards and trees. If you are driving, slow down and stop on the side of the road. Avoid stopping on or under bridges and overpasses. Stay in your car. Precautions against earthquakes. The following precautions may be taken to minimize the damage caused by the earthquake. तो ये सभी प्रिकॉशंस अपनाने चाहिए ताकि अर्थक्वेक से होने वाले डैमेज को कम किया जा सके. फर्स्ट, buildings should be constructed such that they are earthquake resistant. Buildings in earthquake prone areas should be made of lightweight materials. Photo frames, cupboards, wall clocks, air conditioners and wall cupboards should be fixed firmly so that they do not fall during an earthquake. Buildings should have firefighting equipment in good working condition. Knowledge basket. Tremors on earth can also be caused due to volcanic eruption, underground nuclear explosion or by the hitting of earth's surface by a meteor. Tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word meaning harbor wave. A tsunami is a series of huge waves that occur after under the sea disturbances such as earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. The waves travel in all directions from the area of disturbance. These waves can be as high as 50 feet or more. They may attain speeds of over 750 km per hour. The tsunami that hit the coast of India and some other countries on the Indian Ocean on December 26, 2004 killed nearly 3 lakh people and made thousands of people homeless. Tech Talk. By processing and analyzing tens of thousands of messages in real time, a situational awareness system could use predictive analytics to help agencies and local government decide where to deploy critical resources such as medicines, food, clean water and shelter for maximal effectiveness. Similarly, by driving useful signals from the grassroots levels, data broadcast by ordinary citizens and frontline workers via microblogs and text in a crisis zone, resources are equipped with requisite knowledge needed to devise sophisticated strategies, both for imminent rescue attempts and for longer-term assistance. Moral learned. It is very important to understand the damage of lightning and earthquakes. One must be aware of the precautions and safety measures to be taken when a lightning or earthquake strikes. Decision-making and effective communication can help people in the event of such natural disasters. Recapitulation. Lightning is caused due to friction between the wind and clouds. Because of friction, clouds get electrically charged. An electrical neutral object can be charged through 3 different processes: by friction, by conduction or by induction. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790 found that there are 2 kinds of electrical charges, positive and negative. Lightning is a dazzling bluish white light produced in the clouds. It is followed by a loud noise called thunder. The sparkling discharge from one cloud to the other lasts for a very short period of time, but it releases a tremendous amount of heat and light. An earthquake is a sudden shaking or trembling in the crust and upper layer of the mantle of the earth. Earth is nearly spherical in shape. Coastal towns located near fault lines are especially prone to earthquakes. They are called seismic or fault zones. Most destructive earthquakes are caused by dislocation of the crust called faults. Tsunami is a Japanese word meaning harbor wave. Thank you class. Let's meet again in the next chapter.